Okay. So, as you can see in the figure, now a beam is to be supported on a bearing plate by a 300 millimeter reinforced concrete wall. Beam loads induce an end reaction of 450 kilonewtons. You're given beam section, so itong beam na to is wide flange, 600 by 110. The depth is 600. Flange width 228. Web thickness 11. Flange thickness 17. And then the depth from the flange to the toe of the fillet, K, is equal to 36 millimeters. Concrete FC prime given, steel FY also given, and then you're given all the allowable stresses, such as allowable bearing stress. As you notice, no, 0.35 FC prime. So itong allowable bearing stress na to, it pertains to the concrete wall. Ito. Okay? So syempre, pinatungan mo ng certain member na merong i-induce na load. So this will be subject to bearing, no? And the bearing stress will be dependent dun sa size ng plate na gagamitin natin. Okay, and then you're also allowable, given the allowable bending stress. So as you can see naman, this is 0.75 Fy. So this pertains to the bending stress, no, not of the beam, hindi ng beam, kundi nung plate. Okay, kasi ang tendency niyan, mamaya makikita natin, di ba merong magkakaroon dito ng bearing pressure upward, no? May upward bearing pressure dyan. So yung upward bearing pressure dyan will try to bend yung side ng plate. Okay, so ito yung allowable bending stress ng plate. No? And then lastly, allowable web yielding stress. No? So this pertains to the, di ba pag sabing web yielding, pertains to the web of the wide flange. Okay? So 0.66 Fy. All right, number 1, determine the width B of the required bearing plate if the length of the plate N is equal to 200. So if this is 200 daw, so if that's 200, what would be the required value of B? So for number 1, it's not particularly stated kung anong gustong i-protect. Pero dito, we need to protect the concrete wall. No? Kaya tinatanong niya, ano yung kailangan dito ng width? Okay, so to calculate B for number 1, okay, so the bearing stress, FP, the FP is equal to 0.35 FC prime, no? Dapat mas malaki yan doon sa actual na bearing force. So dito sinabi naman na merong may end reaction na 450 kilonewton. So ibig sabihin meron ditong force na 450 kilonewton. Okay? So, the bearing stress will be developed, the actual bearing stress that will develop is basically 450 kilonewton divided by the area. So, ang area natin is yung bearing area. In this case, yung area ng plate. So, that is basically B times N. Okay? So, bali 450,000 Newton divided by B, which is, rather N, which is 200 times B. This should not exceed yung actual or yung allowable bearing stress. So 0.35 FC prime. So FC prime is 27.5. Okay? And from there, we can calculate for B. So di ba pag in-cross multiply mo, nandito yung B. Okay? So therefore, B would be 450,000 over 200 times 0.35 times 27.5. So that gives us 233.77 mm. So just to make this clearer, B would be greater than or equal to 33.77. So ibig sabihin at least 233, okay na yun. Okay? So in our case, choices, the best answer would be 240, the next higher value. Okay, so that will be our answer for number 1. Okay, so kapag large enough yung bearing plate, syempre, hindi masyadong may stress yung concrete wall. No? Next, number 2. The critical section in the bearing plate is at a distance K from the centroidal y-axis of the beam. Find the required thickness of the bearing plate due to the end reaction. No? So dito na naman, hindi naman specifically tinatanong ano yung kailangan mo i-protect, pero binigyan na tayo ng dimension. Let's say for example, 250 by 250 daw to for number 2. Okay, kunwari daw 250 by 250 yan. So ang tanong niya sa atin, ano daw yung required na thickness? Okay, so to calculate that, dito naman sa number 2, ang gusto nating i-protect dito is yung plate. No? Kapag ka masyadong manipis yung plate, may tendency kasi ito na gumanito. Ganyan. Okay, pwede siya mag-bend ng ganyan. No, kapag tinulak mo to dito, pwedeng mag-bend ng ganito yung plate. So, ibig sabihin, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito is bending stress ng plate. Okay, for number 2. Okay? So, how do we calculate that? Paano ba natin yung ginagawa? So, una, we have to understand that if this is the plate, palakihin lang natin ng konti. Tapos nandito yung wide flange. Okay, so ang sabi sa atin, meron ditong force na naka-apply. Ayun yung 450. Okay? So dahil sa force na yun, magkakaroon dito ng reaction. May magkakaroon dito ng pressure na reaction. Ganyan. So parang sa footing. Okay? So tawagin na lang natin siguro na Q. No? So yung Q na yan is yung bearing pressure which is equal lang sa 450 divided by yung area, which is yung area natin dito. Sinabi kasi 250 by 250 ito. So yung area natin is 250 by 250 or 250 squared. Okay? So this in kilonewton. So siguro gawin nating megapascal. Multiply natin ng 1,000. So therefore, our Q would become 450,000 over 250 squared. Okay, and that gives us 7.2. So 7.2 megapascals. Okay? So, again, like I said, magbe-bend ito. Okay? At para makita natin yun, tingnan natin sa front view. Sa front view, parang ito yan. Ito yung wide flange. So, ginawa ko lang broken line para ang focus natin kasi yung plate. Ito yung plate. Exaggerate ko na lang. Kasi ito yung Q natin. Okay? So, what I was saying was, may tendency ito na kapag, dahil dun sa applied force, so may force dito na, okay, dahil doon, pwede siyang mag-bend ng ganito, yung plate. Okay? So, dahil dito sa upward reaction na to. So, saan daw critical yung section for bending of the plate? So, dun daw sa K distance from the center. So, let's say ito yun. Okay, K distance, which is ang binigay naman yun, property yun ng wide flange, 36 mm. So, kahit hindi sabihin sa atin na dun yung critical section for bending ng plate, dapat din alam natin yun. No? Hindi siya, kumbaga, nagkataon lang sa problem ko sinabi niya, no? The critical section in the bearing plate is at the distance K from the centroidal y-axis of the beam. Pero kahit hindi niya sabihin or banggitin yun at binigyan kayo ng K, automatic yun. Dun siya, dyan yung critical section for bending. Okay? Okay, so what will happen here is that i-analyze natin itong particular plate na ito. So, bali yung plate na yan, like I said, parang footing, ay itutulak siya pataas nung bearing pressure. Tapos, itong critical section na to will serve as parang cantilever or fixed support. Okay? So, this will serve as parang fixed support. Alright? And then, so bali kung titingnan sa 3D view, parang kunwari, ito yung center. So, ito yung K distance. Ayan. Ayan yung K distance natin, no? So, ibig sabihin, ito yung critical section. Ayan yung critical section for bending. Okay? Now, also another point is hindi naman natin ina-analyze ito ng buo. Well, pwede naman, kaya lang just to simplify things, ginagawa dyan ay kumukuha lang tayo ng isang strip. Kumukuha lang tayo ng isang strip. Ayan, ito na rin yung strip na i-analyze natin. And normally, ang kinukuha natin na strip is 1 mm yung width. No? Kung kukuha ka lang na 1 mm yung width. So, ibig sabihin, parang ganito siya. Okay, tapos ito, i-assume mo na lang na parang fixed support. Okay? Tapos, andito yung upward bearing pressure. Okay, QU. Tapos, this is 1 mm. Okay? Tapos, kailangan din natin ma-identify ano tong length na to. Ano yung length na yan? So, yung length na yan, bali ito. Okay, which is, hindi ba, itong buong length na to, B. Ito yan B. Ito yan. So, B yan, no? Yung length na yan. So, ibig sabihin, this is, kung hanggang dito lang, this is going to be B over 2. Tapos, ibabawas natin tong K. So, ibig sabihin, this length is B over 2 minus K. And that is equal to 250 over 2 minus 36. So, 89. Okay, so ayan na. So, therefore, we can now define yung moment. So, meron ditong moment. Kailangan natin makuha yung moment dito. Okay, M. So, how do we define that moment? So, moment, syempre, mag-moment lang tayo dun sa fixed support. That's going to give us Q, ano man yung Q na yan, times 1 mm para maging uniform load. Tapos times yung length dito, which is 89. Okay, tapos don't forget moment arm, so half ng 89. Ayan. Okay, so our moment, the critical moment on the plate would be, ano yung M? Q. So 7.2 times 1 times 89 squared over 2. So that gives us 28,515.6. 28,515.6. The units is Newton millimeter. Kasi ano to megapascal yung Q. Okay? Tapos mm ito parehas. So yun yung critical moment. So ngayon, how do I design yung thickness nito? So para lang siyang beam. Bali kung gusto mo namang malaman yung thickness na to, no? T. So bali titingnan mo tong cross section na to. Yung cross section na yan. Okay, yung cross section na yan is subject sa bending moment na 28,515.6. O di ba paano ka mag-compute ng bending stress? Di ba MC over I. So ganun lang. So using MC over I, so bali dapat yung actual bending stress in the plate, bending ay hindi dapat lalagpas dun sa allowable. Okay, so ano ba ang allowable? Sabi sa problem, it's actually 0.75 of Fy. 0.75 of Fy. Ano ba ang actual? O di MC over I. Okay, ano yung M? O di ito, 28,515.6 515.6 Newton millimeter na yan, no need to convert. Tapos ano ang C? So dahil ito ay rectangular section, parang ganito lang yung section na yan. Ayan lang. Diba? Okay, so ito yung base mo, 1 mm. Tapos yung height mo, yung thickness. O di yung C mo, kalahati ng thickness. Ito kasi yung neutral axis. Ito yung C natin. Okay, so T over 2. T over 2 over I. Ano naman yung I? So gano'n ulit, rectangular. BH cube over 12. In this case, yung B natin 1, yung H natin is T. So 1 times T cube over 12. That should not exceed 0.75 of Fy. So the given Fy for the plate is 248 megapascals. Okay, so therefore we can solve for T. Okay? So, mangyayari dyan, magka-cancel itong T na to. Magiging T squared na lang yan. Kaya tapos, i-cross multiply mo dito yung T. Let's divide mo to sa kabila. No? So, therefore, we have over 12. Okay, tapos, may squared to, no? So, square root pa natin. Okay, so 30, no? 30.33. Okay, so para lang mas malinaw, balik rin natin. So, T should be at least, no? May ibig sabihin ng greater than or equal, at least 30.33 so that the allowable bending stress will not be exceeded. So, tingin tayo sa choices. Sa choices, the best answer would be the next higher, which is 32. Okay, so 32 is already adequate, no? So, ibig sabihin, we can choose 32 mm. So, ganyan mag-design ng bearing plate. Okay? Next, assuming that the length of the bearing is 200 millimeters, determine the web yielding stress. So, tinatanong naman dito, ano yung web yielding stress? So, ano nga ulit yung web yielding? So, siguro kuha lang ako ng another figure. Okay, so, bali ang tinatanong nyo, no, web yielding stress. So, number 3. So, ang idea ng web yielding ay ganito. So, alam natin na meron ditong reaction, ano? So, may reaction sa ibabaw or rather, pwede natin baliktarin, no? Pwede natin ilagay dito yung reaction para lang ipakita kung ano ba yung gustong ipa-calculate. So, kunyari, ito yung reaction natin. Resultant natin dyan is yung 450 pa rin. Okay, tapos, yielding, meaning sa web, meaning nandito yon. Okay, if that's the web, no? Hindi ini-specify sa problem saan yung critical section for web yielding. Pero dapat alam natin yon from steel design. Ganito po, kapag tumingin tayo sa side view, makikita natin. Ito yung web sa ibabaw, ito yung web sa ilalim. Tapos ito yung base plate. Ayan. Tapos ito yung concrete pedestal. Okay, so ito yung concrete. So, bali nandito yung reaction na 450 kilonewtons. Okay? So, unang-unang kailangan nating tandaan, ang critical section for web yielding is at the K distance above or below the flange. Depende kung nasa ang side yung plate. So, in this case, nasa ilalim. So, ibig sabihin, nasa K distance mula sa ilalim, let's say, exaggerate ko lang let's say, nandito, ito yung K distance. So, dito, critical yung web yielding. No? So, somewhere dito. Okay? So, tapos another point that we have to understand is that kapag ka na-stress yung web, Okay? Yung stress ng web is dito, ano siya, ito yung contact area. Kumbaga, ito yung area na na-stress kapag nasa pinakailalim. Pero as you go farther from the load, no, ang nangyayari daw, yung area na kung saan na-stress yung web ay nagdi-disperse or lumalaki. And lumalaki daw, so ibig sabihin parang gumaganto, no? Ayan, gumaganyan, no? Lumalaki. Okay? So, and then at eventually, pagdating doon sa K distance, ito na ngayon yung bearing or yielding area. Okay? Bali, ito. Ayan. Yan yung yielding area. Ayan. Okay? Ang tatandaan natin dito is that yung slope nito, although minsan sinasabi naman yan, tsaka nasa NSCP naman to, ang tatandaan natin ay yung slope na yan ay palaging 1 vertical, 2.5 horizontal. Okay? Or another way of saying it is 5 horizontal, 2 vertical. No? Yung slope nito. Maganda siya. 5 horizontal, 2 vertical. Okay? So, kapag ka kinonvert natin yan sa 1 ito, so ito ay magiging 2.5. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, if that's the slope, edi dito, unang-una, kapag hinati natin, ang length nito is yung length mismo nung bearing plate. N, di ba? Ito yung N. Okay? Tapos plus ito pa. Yung length na yan, tawagin natin na x, no? Can be calculated using the slope. So yung x na yun, actually, if you would use this triangle, no, itong height na to is k, tapos ito naman ay x. So ibig sabihin, x over k equals, di ba ang slope ay ito? No, pwedeng ito, pero ito yung madalas na ginagamit sa NSCP. Pero ito na lang gamitin ko para lang makita niyo yung pagkakaiba or pagkakaparehas rather. So, yung x natin horizontal. So, horizontal natin ay 5. 5, no? Over vertical na 2. So, therefore, yung x natin ay 5 over 2k. Or that is also equal to 2.5k. Okay? Kaya ito, 2.5k. Kaya ang nangyayari ngayon, yung length nito, yung length niyan ay nagiging n plus 2.5k. Alright? Tapos, yung width dito is basically yung thickness lang ng web. Okay? Kaya ito ngayon yung area for web building. No? Yan yung area for web building. Na kung saan kapag pinutol natin yan, para lang makita nyo, parang ito na siya. Okay, so bali, because of the applied force sa ilalim na reaction, 450, ito ngayon ay may stress. Okay, so yun yung stress natin sa web. FV, FYW. Yielding stress sa web. Okay, and how do you compute that? So, well, dahil stress yan, that is equal to force over area. Okay, ano yung force? E di kung ano in-apply natin, 450, gawin nating Newton para maging megapascal yung sagot. Tapos ano yung area? Bali, like I said, yung area nito. So, what is the area of that? E di yung length dito, which is as mentioned, n plus 2.5k times ito, which is yung thickness ng web. So, ang n natin ay sa problem na to, sa number 3, ang n natin 200. So 200 plus 2.5 ng k. Ano yung k natin? The given k is 36 mm. tapos times thickness of the web. So, ang thickness ng web naman, so we are now referring to the wide flange. Thickness ng web is 11. Okay, and that would be our web yielding stress. And that is 450,000 newtons, 200 plus 2.5 times K times 11. So that is 141.07 megapascals. Okay, and therefore, for number 3, our answer would be letter A. Okay? So, gusto ko lang ipakita. So, sir, hindi natin ito nagamit, no? Yung sabi, allowable web yielding stress. Well, pwede natin gamitin, no? Pero hindi naman kasi tinatanong. Pero pwede natin ma-evaluate if the web of this wide flange is adequate, no? So, kumpitin lang natin yung allowable web yielding stress. That is 0.66 of Fy. Ang Fy natin ay 248. So, ito yung allowable. It is actually 163. Ito yung actual, yung 141. Ito yung allowable, 163. So, ibig sabihin, safe yung web natin for yielding. Dahil mas malaki naman yung allowable compared dun sa actual stress. Okay? So, ang pinagkaiba lang nito sa NSCP 2015 na provision sa LRFD at ASD ay doon ang kinocompute natin madalas hindi stress, kundi yung strength or yung force. Kaya nga 'di ba do sa sa LRFD or ASD. Okay, siya nakaganto RN, nominal strength, which is Fy ng web times N plus 2.5K times thickness ng web. Kapag nasa edge, kapag nasa gitna, Fy ng web is N plus 5K kapag nasa gitna yung bearing plate, no? Kasi pag nasa gitna yung bearing plate, halimbawa dito, ito na lang. Lumalabas ko, halimbawa, nandito yung bearing plate. Yan. Okay, tas N ito. Pagka kasi kinonsider natin yung critical section for web yielding, sabi na nga natin, nasa K distance yun. Okay, so ito, magkakaroon dito ng 5 horizontal, 2 vertical na transitions or na slope. Kaya ito yung magiging length ng bearing area. At kung titignan natin yan, itong gitna ay N. Okay, ito magkabilang dulo, 2.5K. Ito rin, 2.5K. Kaya ang total niya, N plus 5K. Okay, kaya sa provision, N plus 5K yun. Okay, kapag malayo yung bearing plate sa dulo, sa end, no? Actually, ang provision dyan, kapag yung distance niya from the edge ay greater than D. Greater than D of the web, ito yon. Kapag tama, kapag greater than D, ito yon. Kapag naman less than D, ito yon. No? But anyway, dito klaro naman na nasa dulo tayo. Kaya kung alam mo yung concept, no, you would be able to identify kung ano ang tamang gagamitin. N plus 5K ba or N plus 2.5K. Alright, so that's how we answer this problem.